Oh man, I'm getting stuffy. Whew. We're going to move this car. It's my mother's car. We're gonna move it out of her garage real quick. And we're gonna move my car in here so that way I can replace a headlight that I didn't replace a while back. Yeah, take it nice and slow. I parked way too close. Wow, that was cutting it close. Whew, that brought back really bad memories. So, real quick, just to let you know, the car I'm in right now is a 2011 Ford Mustang 5.0. It has the Coyote engine in it. It's a very, very nice, powerful stock Mustang. And it does about 417 brake horsepower. And it's 6-speed, super nice. I really like it. I really wish I had it. Just because I've always really liked Mustangs growing up as a kid. I still don't own one. I don't think I ever plan on owning one unless, you know, later on the road that changes. But it's a really nice car. I really enjoy driving it. The very rare chances I get. We're gonna move this bad boy here. Oh, this is weird doing it with one hand. Oh yeah. Do I have enough booty for space? Yes, I do. I'm actually gonna move her car back up into the driveway, so that way it's not sitting out there just, you know, chilling like a villain. That puppy right there. So I'm wanting to do a little bit of filming of actually changing this light bulb right here, because I changed the one over there a while back when it went out, but I never changed this because I didn't have the tools necessary to get all this fun stuff out. So I'm going to be working on that today. I'm going to try and film as much as I can, just because every how-to I've seen on changing this light bulb has completely trash. Never seen a good actual how-to on this. So I think I'm going to just put the camera down and then work on it, and then come back and kind of update the camera on what it is I'm doing. Not only that, but it's kind of different for me to hold the camera and to actually do this at the same time. Since this camera is brand new, I really don't want to get it damaged. So I'm going to just kind of do that. Hopefully it's good enough of a guide. I'm a little sick right now too, so this shouldn't be too hard. The idea is, just so you know, is to take out this battery box. I don't think you need to take out the air box. I'm hoping I don't need to, because this stuff over here is a real pain. It's hard line for the air. When we did that on my brother's car in the other video I've done, it's just the whole air box assembly itself is just a pain. So I'm hoping it's just the battery that I have to take out, which I've not done in this car in a long time. I had to replace the battery a week or two after I bought this car last November, but I haven't taken it out since. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, and I'll just update you guys as I'm doing it. That way I can use both hands and get this done. Especially if you're working around a battery. I really don't want to hold anything electronic in my hands. So I got the battery out. Just so people know, the terminal, the positive terminal, the positive terminal is a 12 millimeter. The negative, this little guy right here, focus, that is a 10 millimeter, which is very strange. Usually they're the same. And then you have these two rods, this one right here and this one right here, that holds a bracket that goes across the top. The bolts on that are also 10 millimeter. Really, that's all you need to get this battery out, which is over there. Next step, oh, don't want it flashing. The next step is right there. This will focus. I'll get better at this focusing stuff. You can see where my light shine. It's a little gray clip. That's the next step. That's really it. So you only have to take out the battery, from what I'm seeing, to get to this headlight. I was really worried I was going to have to take out the air box, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I'm going to go ahead and take a crack at it. I'm going to put the camera back down, and I will just update you when I get it done. So just a quick update. I did have to take the air box out because this down here, the light bulb itself, you can't get leverage on it to turn it because of this air pipe right here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that air pipe out. I'm really hoping I don't have to do it because, well, that served no purpose. Because it loops down under and comes up through here. So if I wiggle this, it's pretty solid. I mean, I don't know, it might be attached right there. But when we did my brother's car, it was the same setup like this. And then down there, there's two stems that do absolutely nothing. It just creates a pressurized system. Took the battery case out. Like I said, I got the air box out. This fuse box right here is missing. This is missing bolts. So that was already loose. The previous owner of this didn't know what they were doing with the car, so they had a family friend work on it, and unfortunately there's a bunch of bolts missing, so there's not nearly as many bolts in there as there should be, but made it easier to get some stuff out. It's starting to get really annoying. Because this, I should have enough leverage on it to just twist it and pop out, but I don't. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to keep taking cracks at it and see if I can get it, and just hope for the best. I got it. So what I ended up doing was down here, that white clip that I pointed out earlier, you can see it right there. I got that unclipped, and as soon as I got it unclipped, I put some torque on this and it popped. So imagine it's sitting like this. Focus. Imagine sitting it like this, going into the car this way. So it's going like this, right? I had to unplug it and then twist it towards the outside of the car. It just popped right out, like no big deal. So I didn't have to necessarily take out the air box, but I did. So, I mean, it wasn't too bad. So now all I gotta do, and you can see, I've replaced the other one already in the past, and I just held on to this. So now all I gotta do is pop that back in, reclip it, and it should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done and button everything up and clean up the battery terminals, and that's gonna be pretty much it. That light bulb sucks. Alright guys, thanks again for tuning into this video. Hopefully it was a good one for you. I'm sorry it was a little choppy here and there, and hopefully the video has been in focus enough. This is still a new camera for me, so right now I can't even see myself. All I can see is the lens, so that's what I'm basing the aim off of. There's not a lot to changing the light bulb in this car. It's just that there is a lot of videos out there that I've seen that I really didn't like how it was described. What I did was a little bit better. But yeah, there wasn't a lot to it. You just take the battery out. You actually don't have to take the air box out, from what I found. So if someone tells you that you need to take the air box out, try it without taking it out. What you really want to do is unclip the light bulb and then you can get leverage on it. Because when you try and get leverage on it with the clip in, for me, it was difficult. So I unclipped it, and then as soon as I did, and I twisted it just a very, very small amount of torque, popped right out. Earlier in the video, I put the orientation where it goes like this shape, like that L shape, where the clip is facing upward. It's actually supposed to be facing downward, so just ignore that first part where I described how the light is oriented. It's supposed to go downward. The clip is. The orientation of turning it is still the same, but the way the light looks is different. So hopefully it doesn't throw anybody off, but it's much easier when you unclip the harness from the light bulb itself, and then you just put a little torque on it, twisting it towards the outside of the car, so to the car's left side, and it pops right out. You know, I went through a lot of unnecessary stuff of taking the airbox out. Luckily, there were some bolts missing from the previous owner, so I didn't really have to worry about taking out that many bolts. But all in all, the airbox is kind of a pain to get out, so I would advise against taking it out. Really, the only thing that's in your way that involves the airbox is the tube that leads from the bumper to the actual airbox. And to take that out, you have to take out the entire base plate where the battery sits. Not just the case, but the entire base plate. And if you guys have watched my video that I had with my brother's car, it's the same setup with the airbox where we had to get under it and get a bolt. So that's why it's not a big deal. You don't really need to take any of that airbox stuff out. It's such a hassle. Don't even try it. Just take the battery out, unclip the light bulb, and then twist it and it'll pop right out. It's an easy 15-minute job. For me, it turned into about half an hour, but I'm learning as I go. I have no idea how to work on this car and a lot of different things on this car. My old car, I knew a lot more about. With this being my daily, there's really not a whole lot that I want to do to it other than maintain it and everything, like oil, tire rotations, lights going out. Thank you again for tuning into this video. Hopefully it was good for you guys. If it was, please be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you would also like to see more in the future, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm not uploading a lot of videos right now, so you'll see some here and there. But again, in the future, I hope to make some more content revolving around my next project car or whatever it is that I'm doing. I don't know yet. I'm really just kind of going with the flow. Have a good one.